Do believe we are live now. Welcome to North American PlayStation League Tier 2, Season 3, it's China. It's MRC eRacing. I'm Arbiga, and I got Puff Digital beside me.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited for another round here in China. One of my favorite tracks personally to drive, so I think it's got a bit of everything.
It's a great track for racing. I mean, there's a lot of great spots for overtaking, lots of, high speed corners. It's a lot of fun, I think, personally.
Yeah, presents a number of challenges.
Yeah, a little bit lower of a turnout this week. We got 13 guys on track right now. We might have a few stragglers show up in qualifying, so if you lose picture in the stream for a bit, I might be inviting people that are running late. I'm try to keep an eye on the Discord and make sure nobody falls behind.
Robin Hood Lawyer has joined, perhaps too late though.
Yeah, not sure if he's going to be able to get hold of the car. He should be able to. I think he can.
We got a couple cars out on track quite early.
Yeah,
Teams Burns and Zoinks have
yeah.
got out quick.
Obviously have their setup
Both
ready
on
to go.
Yeah, both on the soft tires as well.
Which is interesting. Can work. Definitely can run the one stop here if you got hop on the hards after.
Yep.
It's definitely a viable strategy. It's a little slower, I think. You know, qualifying the mediums is probably the best option if you have the pace to do it. If you can start in the top 6 on the mediums, I think you have a really good chance of winning.
Yeah. A big part of it is just you got to react, I guess, to what others are doing around you. So I will say, Pace Dogs has a really rockin' helmet. New to the league this week, and
yeah, making his
they
debut.
awarded points for fashion. He would definitely snag a couple.
Oh yeah, it does look quite nice. Great helmet. So maybe we get that front camera. I got a couple people tuned in. Welcome.
Burns now just starting first hot lap here for the session.
It's right on board with Burns.
Will be the benchmark for others to measure themselves against. So
Coming up to a bit of traffic here. Let's hope that driver ahead stays clear out of the way. Not have any blocking early in the session.
it's always a bit distracting too.
Stays up a little nice and good work. It always does distract you no matter what. You can't quite just drive. If no one's in front of you, it's just a new track. It's completely different.
Nice and clean through that section there.
Yeah,
Bit deep on that corner, but
just feathering that throttle through. This looks like a solid lap. Let's get that down up.
this corner very important for the back straight.
Yeah, this is a great exit.
Seems he took it quite well. Coming up on the last corner here. Bit wide.
Yeah,
Don't know if that'll still count.
No, it counts.
Nice, it still counts. 134.4.
Yeah, that front left, you kept it in.
Ahead of Zoinks, who puts it in 135.5. Mosser quickly takes provisional pole on the mediums.
Nice lap. Missed that riding on board with Burns. Haystock sets a good lap.
On the hards, yeah, very competitive. You get the feeling the hards are just kind of put something on the board and get a feel for the track.
Yeah, I did that, you know, in our race this week, and I thought it worked nicely. Got me into a good rhythm, and when I went out there on the mediums, I felt so much quicker and just put in a solid
Yeah,
lap. And I think that's, you know, it's a good little practice run. It helps rubber in the track a bit.
Brian opting for a similar strategy as is Ginnett. So most cars now are setting times.
Someone's off. Zoinks is off.
Team
Lost the car.
yellow flags through the entire track. I imagine a lot of that's just cars letting others through.
Yeah, okay, he's clear. He should go. Nope. There's another car. He's got it. Alright. Oh no, he's reset the track. Oh no. It looks like he's blocked.
What has happened?
Ferraris. Possibly 6, I believe he may have blocked. Yeah, I believe he blocked 6. Unfortunate for 6.
Oh, Arrow with an impressive 131.6 right now to
there's a benchmark.
take provisional pole for about a second and a half there almost.
It's 2 seconds what I see.
Yeah, true. Sorry, I got the numbers wrong. Well, everyone has put in a lap now, so we kind of get a good idea of where everyone is. Get it with a very solid lap on the hard tires.
.133.7. It's a really good lap on the hards, yeah. Competing with
We saw him last week qualify on the mediums, and I think we both kind of expected a 1-stop, and instead he opted for the 2 and may have cost himself the race win, so we'll see if that affects his strategy this week.
Yeah. You think he's definitely gonna go with the 1-stop this week. I mean, he is fast. He could pull off a 2-stop if he gets clear air on both stints, but it's tough to say. I mean, if he goes out on the mediums, he puts in, he's probably in the low 132s on a medium. It's a very formidable lap, and he could put himself in a good position for the race.
Yep.
Still
it looks like Pace Dogs may be out of fuel on the back straight there. Can't quite get out of 4th gear.
Yeah, his fuel lights on too.
We've got Brian Mosser doing an outlap on the softs now.
Yep.
Trying to find other cars who are on hot laps at the moment.
Not really many. We got Jones here. Jones 42. Looks like he's put in a couple of laps on the softs, it looks like. Let's check this. Still got the tires on. Yeah, looks like he's...
Maybe just trying to get a feel for the track. Yeah, he's
he's coasting.
He abandoned that.
Let's ride with Mosser through the last bit of the lap here. Looks like he's about to start.
Yeah, we'll ride on board. I think he's got a good shot at
He's the only one on a hot lap right now.
Here he comes to the hairpin. Around the final corner. Nicely done through there. Give him a good run down the pitch straight. Nice, flicks it in. Good line. Bit wide.
Nice and smooth there.
Well done. Gets the apex.
It's a really tidy lap.
It is so far. This is one of my favorite parts of the track here. Well done. Tight to the curb.
It's just using the right amount. Perfect driving.
Right through the apex there. Somewhere else we had 6 retire. Not quite sure what happened to him.
Monster's
But
just sucking up on his previous lap.
He will be out of, or he will be starting last in the race, so. Very good lap from Monster so far. Couple important corners. His battery's also drained though, which is gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's not quite enough left there.
Well done through the hairpin though, and again nails that final corner. Well done. Should
Great
be
lap.
well, good lap. Still a second behind Arrow.
Yeah, and that was set really
That is
early.
going to be a tough lap to beat.
Arrow is on an out lap as well, so you can ride on board with him.
Near the start there.
He's out on the softs again.
Has Ginnett gone in the pits yet, or has he just been out the entire time?
He's had 4 laps long. Probably time to get in and change.
7 minutes left in the session here, so he's got time. Just going through the field now. We've got both Red Bull cars on hot laps.
Arrow is about to start a hot lap too, so we can ride on board with him.
Yeah, let's do that. See if he can improve on his time here.
Riding with Burns still. Just watch him finish his lap, and then I'll jump on with Arrow.
Arrow now coming through the final corner, a bit wide there. Ooh, I don't know if this one will count. Seems to.
Yeah,
he hasn't abandoned it, so tough to get through traffic here. Well done by Burns getting off the road.
Yeah, very well done.
Nice and tight through turn 2. See what his sector time is here. Just barely ahead, almost a 10th. Nice and tidy through there. Well done, stayed on the throttle. Three tenths up on his lap. At this point, he just needs to keep it tidy.
Yeah.
Comes around. Good release.
Oh, Jones.
Onto the back straight.
5-place grid penalty, illegal blocking. So 6
Oh, that's unfortunate. 6 will be happy about that, I suppose. He'll move 1 place up the grid. That's if Jones doesn't improve his time. Through the final corner there, well done. On the throttle. Oof. Wow. That is going to be tough to beat. He has a stranglehold on pole position right now.
Yeah, that is a very impressive lap. I don't think anyone...
It does seem he is the only one who's opted for... Well, him and Brian are the only 2 on the soft tires, so...
Yeah.
Well, he does seem to have a big pace advantage in quali. You know, the race is ultimately a different story. Pace Dogs, I think, again, has run out of fuel. Really trying to maximize those lap times. Oh no, never mind.
Low fuel, perhaps? Yeah, Arrow is looking like the early favorite for pole position. Got GP Colin going into the pits.
He's got that confidence coming off of last week's win.
Jinned on an out lap now.
This will be the one I'm interested to see. Gone for a similar strategy to last week, it appears.
Top out on mediums, yeah.
So he won't have enough time to put in a soft lap. So I mean, these will have to be the tires he starts the race on.
You could be doing 2 hot laps as well.
That's true.
You can get away with putting in 2 laps on these tires. Sometimes the second lap is better.
And he should have enough time.
Yeah, I think he's got plenty of time. It looks like that might be the idea.
Got Brian on another hot lap, coming up behind Burns here. Alright, Ginnett starts his lap. Slower than his previous best, which was done on the hards. Yeah, he's abandoned this one. Gonna charge the battery, I imagine, and go for another run. Got Brian and Burns here. Brian ducks into the pits. That'll be about it for him in qualifying. A lot of cars haven't come out yet, so Pace Dogs, GP Colin, Team Money, Prowler, Zoinks, and Jones. None of these guys will have enough time for another lap. Right on board now with Ryan, I guess. See where he's situating himself here. Deep out, finishes the second sector. That's not a lap he's gonna want. Paxton really cutting it close. 30 seconds left, coming down to the hairpin. He should be fine, but really well timed, I suppose. If it works, it's well timed. If it doesn't work, you know, it's very poor strategy. Oh no, that is really gonna, yeah.
Looks like he's
So Axton starting on the hards. Someone just came out of the pits. They will not make it around for a lap. I believe the last one to set a time then will be Ginnett.
Yeah.
And Burns. So Burns coming through the last corner. See if he can move himself up. Up into 5th. Well done.
Great lap.
Now Ginnett, last man to cross the line here, through the hairpin. Ooh, well done. Uses the whole track.
Yeah. Ooh,
up into lap. 2nd. Excellent.
It's a great lap.
Still a 2nd and 4/10 off. Arrow strike really with an emphatic statement here at the end of qualifying.
Looks like he's on another hot lap as well.
Did he get out in time?
Yeah.
Missed
Looks like
that.
The lap is counting.
Ooh, really hit the
1,000
apex there.
1,000 over in sector 2. Nope,
He went into the pits.
I believe that's it. Anybody else out there? That'll be it.
Should be it. All right. So, Arrow and Ginnett, front row. Good showing from Brian Mosser to put himself in third, and a couple new guys with some strong showings in qualifying. Pace Dogs in fourth, Burns in sixth, and yeah, I'm excited for the race.
Yeah, it should be a good one.
A lot of different strategy options. I mean, Axton on the hard tires, he's really going to be I don't know. He'll have to go slow and steady.
We have Jordan with the grid penalty, I believe. Yeah. And I mean, like, it's really tight, you know, away from Aerostrike. He's put himself so far ahead of everyone else, and then you've got Ginnett, Mosser, Paystop, GP Collin, Burns, Axton, T-Money even, all within half a second of each other. Like, it's a very tight field there. Ryan, we know, has got good race pace. He's down in 9th. Prowler, 10th. Like, this could be a great race. Aerostrike, you know, clearly has some pace. He could run out in front, but we'll see. Maybe somebody can get ahead of him, take advantage into turn 1, and he does have to pit early on those softs.
Yep.
They're not
so
gonna last long here.
He made it work last week though, the one-stop strategy. Sorry about that, everyone.
Watching the stream.
Yeah, I'm trying to share the stream with friends.
Yeah, I've posted it in the MRC Tier 2 channel for them. I've posted it a few places. Hopefully everybody's got it.
No break here between quali and race, so
just a short one. Looks like Jordan's readied up, which I believe he shouldn't have done. 6 is supposed to get the race start here.
That is true.
I'm not sure they were ready, but
there's still time though. I mean, as long as someone doesn't start between strategy and race. Or I guess that's what that was, wasn't it? Oh.
Yeah, I guess they're just going for it. Yeah. All right.
Not sure everyone was ready.
Yeah.
Well, they're off anyways, and I think this will be a good opportunity to go through the standings here. Kind of give everyone a picture of what the championship looks like before we start the race. Leading the championship, T-Money all day, 33 points. He's down in 8th though, so he's gonna have a lot of work to do today. Arrow Strikes in 2nd.
T-Money has been on the podium every race so far, I believe.
Yep, very strong. Arrow Strikes in 2nd with 25 points, so I mean, a good showing here today, and he could take the lead. 3rd, we have X Ryan, XD, down in 9th, but again, on the medium tire, could make up some places on strategy. 4th, we have Ginnett to win it. I think he'll be right in the thick of things, fighting for the win today. So, 5th, we have GP Collin in 5th place, so it's fitting. Mario's in 6th, unfortunately not here tonight, so it'll allow some of these other guys to maybe jump him. 7th is Brian Mosser. He's put himself in a good place here for a solid points finish. Harry Hotspur in 8th, another absentee, so be interesting to see if any of these other guys can pick up some points with a bit less cars on the grid today. We have Axton in 9th, and then 10th place in the championship is Robin Hood Lawyer, who I do believe
he has a car.
He managed to get a car. Yes, he will be starting last, but And he opted for the soft tire. Interesting choice from the
It is.
back of the grid, I will say, but
Yeah. Not too
you
sure.
know, I'm not a strategist. I'm a commentator.
Yeah.
They don't pay me to do strategy.
All right, let's get
But
ready here. Looks like
with
the
all
race is
that
about to
being
start.
said, the good stuff's about to happen. All
All
right,
right,
our big, I'll let you take us away here.
get the first light on. Cars are ready to go. 5 lights are on. And they're off. China, MRC eRacing, Aerostrike with a great start. Ginnett,
Good start.
good start from
Looks
Ginnett.
clean so far from everyone. Mosser around the outside.
Yeah, someone's gone wide, it looked like. Yep, we've lost a Red Bull here.
GP
GP
Colin
Collins
drops
lost the
down.
car. GP Collins, yeah. Let's get back to the
Ryan
front.
down in last.
Terrible start for Ryan.
Can't tell if he has damage, but up front,
Ooh,
great start from
somebody had some
Arrow.
contact there.
All
Paystar
the
and
front
Brian,
runners.
perhaps. We've got Paystar very close.
Pace dog
Oh,
right
no, he's
behind.
tagged
Brian loses the
Mosser.
car.
Did he tag
Did he
him?
tag?
I'm not too sure.
I didn't quite see. I don't know if he just punched the throttle, but very
Prowler.
tight so far through here.
Very close to T-Money here, riding on board with Prowler. T-Money closing down on Burns as well, as you can see in front. Pace Dog maybe has some wing damage. He did make contact though.
Coming down the back straight here, we've got T-Money on a good run on Burns.
Yeah, let's watch this.
No DRS, obviously, but
Oh, we've lost another Ferrari at the back. Who's that? Brian Mosser's lost the car.
oh no. Down the inside?
Great move from T-Money.
Well done. Can he make it stick? He'll have the outside. Burns lets him through. That'll put him under
He's up in
pressure from
fourth.
Prowler.
We were talking about how he started in 8th, and he's up to
Yeah.
4th already.
T-Money
Great start.
going after the podium again.
We make it 3 in a row.
There's something to be said about consistency, and you know,
Pays off.
we don't give out
Racing.
points for qualifying. GP Colin coming up behind Zoinks here. He's gonna have his work cut out for him.
We've got Burns closing on T-Money now as well, it looks like.
Brian Mosser, sorry to interrupt there, has gone into the pits and put on the hard tires and changed his wing.
Yeah, I felt that was necessary after he went off the track with quite some pace. Zoinks looking at Robin the Lawyer now. Takes a peek down the outside. Moves to the inside. Robin the Lawyer is defending nicely.
Oh
Zoinks.
no, one of the Red Bulls. Burns is off and lost his wheel.
He's out. Burns is out of the race.
Just punched the throttle. Heartbreaking there.
Will we see a safety car?
That would
That would help out Brian
spice
Mosser.
things up for strategy. Zoinks here. Good run out of that corner. Without DRS, it'll be a bit tricky. We'll have to see if he
moves to the inside.
drifts back over. Zoinks decided that wasn't the time for that. And
playing it safe.
if you have pace, you know you gotta be patient. Zoinks, another good run on him. GP Colin right in the mix there, and Axton. This has allowed him on the hard tire to get in the mix here. Zoinks
Nice
on the
move from
grass.
GP Colin.
Oh!
GP Colin. Oh
Big
no!
lock
He
up.
dives down the
Oh
inside.
no!
Robin
They
Hood.
touched. And Axton, the big winner out of all that, sneaks by both the Mercedes and the Red Bull.
I'm not sure if that was the place to go down the inside, but I think Robin Hood could have left a little more room as well. It was a bit dicey through there. I'm not
I didn't
too
get a
sure.
good look. I was at the back and I just saw some car movement, but
Axton looking at Robin Hood Lawyer now as well. Moving around
is
the
he gonna
outside.
shoot it around the outside? Not really an overtaking spot. Ooh, I
Makes
don't
it
know.
stick.
if that's legal, but
Uh,
the virtual stewards have not
yeah.
taken notice of it. So, you know, we let them race here at MRC.
Oh,
And just like that, he is gone.
Zoinks. Dives down the inside as well.
Good showing from him so far.
Yeah, great drive from Zoinks.
Again, we have
Down.
Ryan now being brought up the back of
into
this
the corner.
train here. Oh, four cars through the hairpin.
Whew.
No contact. Well done.
It was tight. Well, Robin Hood's lost.
Oh.
He's going wide. Oh no.
Colin sends Zoinks into the wall.
Zoinks
Rather
saves the car.
unfortunate. He didn't hit the wall. I missed it. Well, we've now got 5 cars within about 2.5 seconds of one another, all fighting for these final few positions. And saying all that, Pace Dogs is right on the tail of Guinnett.
Yeah, impressive.
Half a second down, with T-Money only 1.5 seconds behind. So, I mean, all to play for here still. There's a couple guys who have kind of found gaps for themselves, but
GP Colin takes a look. He's sent it down the
well
inside.
done.
Nice move.
Great move.
Gets it done.
Ryan runs a bit wide there. Manages to hang on to the position.
Got 6 taking a look at Ryan now. And Ryan
Tough to overtake through there. 6 on the hard tire as well. Jones loses the car. A bit of contact there. It's tricky trying to fit 2 cars through that part of the track, so.
Robin Hood has a tow on GP Colin now. I don't think he's close enough to do anything with it. Oh.
Ooh, really deep into the corner there.
Ryan's closed right on
Team.
to Robin Hood now. 6.
You gotta think too, Robin Hood's tires really only have another lap or 2 at most.
Yeah, he's put himself in a precarious position with these soft tires from this point of the grid.
Oh, and he slides a bit.
Yeah, his tires must be going.
Good control, and Ryan.
Yeah, nice move from Ryan.
Well done.
Nice and patient.
Up at the front, you have Pace Dogs still in DRS range. Guinnett has cut the gap down to Aerostrike to 1.4, so you got to imagine the softs are really reaching the end of their life here. And T-Money, can't count him out. He's just a second off of these front runners, so we've got less than 4.5 seconds between the top 4, and
Pace Dog and
we'll
DRS.
Pace Dogs, yeah, can kind of close this gap.
DRS, so he is closing quite quickly.
Yeah, down the back straight here. Guinnett, I believe.
And Aerostrike's just
couple
in front
good-
now too.
Couple
Suddenly
good
there's a
corners.
3-way battle for first place.
Yeah, I would say even forward. T-Money is right there.
Well, these 3 are squabbling. T-Money will make up that time.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 4 cars fighting for the lead here.
Just get a nice camera shot through turn 1 here. Bit wide for Aero. His tires must be just falling off a cliff.
He does seem to be struggling for pace. He is on the
Guinnett
softs.
with
Guinnett takes a look.
aggressive pursuit right on the gearbox of Aero.
He's very
This
close.
is allowing Pace Dogs to really close up on him. We have a fight now for first place here.
Very tight. T-Money not quite closing as quickly as we thought. Well, he has just taken 4/10 out. Yeah, he's going to be right there. He's going to be in DRS as well.
Just get DRS at the end of that train, he would be in a fantastic position. Pace Dogs, with a good exit out of here, might make that move. Beautiful helicopter shot.
Yeah, it's great.
They round the corner onto the back straight.
Riding on the left shoulder of Pace Dog right now. these guys
all
with
right on
DRS.
board. It
T-Money has
seems
just
Ginnett.
got under a second.
Oh,
Ginnett takes a
he
look.
peaked.
But, yeah. And
Thought
doesn't
better
have
of it.
pace dog.
Good
Oh,
exit though.
Ginnett gets a great exit. Suddenly.
Is he gonna go around the outside? Smart.
Stick. Good defense.
Good
But he
exit.
gets a great exit.
And I think he's got that.
Pace
Let's see
dog.
if Pace Dogs can
Pace dog taking a
get
look
in there as well. So Arrow might be questioning his strategy now, but you know, we're only 7 laps in. Ooh, a bit of contact.
Yeah.
Both drivers do well to maintain control, but T-Money must have had something happen there as he's dropped a bit off the pace, but
Ginnett slowly getting away with the lead here as Aerostrike fights back.
we'll have to see what Arrow decides to do here. A pit stop here would probably put him, it's tough to say, maybe behind Ryan.
At this point though, you know, T-Money gets by you, there's 6 seconds behind him. Maybe you just ride these out and you go for the hard tires. Just stretch these as far as you can. Make yourself one stop. I think you know, you come out in some traffic, but other guys down there are going to be pitting.
I guess we'll, maybe a good opportunity to talk about race winners so far. I mean, Prowler has gained 5 positions. T-Money's gained 4. Six and Jones each gained a few. Aside from that, no massive position changes. Unfortunately for Brian Mosser. Oh, Arrow does go into the pits.
Probably a good decision, but we'll have to see what
to see if he comes onto the hards here. But the only really big loser here would be Brian Mosser. Unfortunately, lost 8 places off that opening lap incident.
And yeah,
does go onto the hards. Let's see where he exits. We have Colin just moving past. Ryan will also get past. So he slots back into 8. If you're Arrow, you got to be hoping that, you know, pace dogs can kind of get next to Ginnett, right? And they'll take some time out of each other.
Yeah, this would be the time for them to be squabbling, and you know their tires aren't going to last that much longer themselves. You know, like these mediums probably need to pit on them lap 12 at least.
I would think lap 12 as well. Kind of would be the prime.
Yeah,
you're gonna get the best out of those tires. Hitting lap 12 roughly.
Speaking of that, Ryan is in front of Aerostrike on the medium tires. Could pose a bit of an issue if Aerostrike takes a few laps to get these hards warmed up. Because Ryan's probably still operating in that prime window at the moment. It does look like Aero's really closed the gap though. He's pushing for that victory. He's not getting held up at all. He's going for it.
We have pace dogs very close behind Ginnett here. Is he going to throw it down the inside? Well done.
He does.
Makes it stick. Wow, and Ginnett fights it back. Ooh, bit of contact.
Nice and clean though. They kept it straight.
It's good racing.
It's very good racing. Oh, more contact there? No, I think they got through it. 5-second penalty.
They're exceeding track limits. That seems like excessive for that. Typically it's 3 seconds. In the final points position right now.
Aerostrike's made it by Ryan while we were distracted there. He's now chasing down GP Collins, so let's see if he can get by.
Very wide or deep for pace dogs, so Ginnett's still right there.
Ginnett has closed it up again, yes. Let's get back to this.
Good exit out of this. These 2 corners here. And
to GP Collins here. I'm going to ride with Arrow. Let me know if Ginnett's about to make a move.
He might have a good run. Pace dogs though. Good exit out of there, and he's gone down the inside, moves back to the outside. He should be able to defend this. Yeah, again, it just not quite there.
We've got Arrow really closing on GP Colin. I think this is pretty certain overtake at this point. Yeah, we can probably get back with it. I don't think that Arrow's going to struggle to finish that move. It's very close again. It's really not letting Pace Dog get away. T-Money is second behind once again. Under a second now. Prowler in fourth. Running a pretty quiet race down in fourth, Prowler. 9 seconds
as
behind
is
third.
Axton.
Axton as well, yeah. A lot of guys in no man's land at the moment. Aerostrike will be soon as well.
Yeah. Axton is on the hard tires as well, so I mean, this is perfect if you're him right now. This is what you want on this strategy. Clear air.
This is looking good for the front runners as well, their strategy. I mean, they've got 10 seconds to fourth place, and probably at least a few more laps left on these tires.
Aerostrike, 22 seconds off the lead. I do believe that would be enough after pits to come back out in front. Pace Dogs, though, really,
T-Money goes for it. Down the outside. Oh,
wow.
And he closes in. I'm not sure.
Was there contact there?
There was contact for sure. I'm not too sure who that's on. It's like T-Money looked like he was hoping for a nice tight line and wanted a bit more space. I have to say that was equal blame on that, just from the, seeing it live. It's hard to tell. Ryan very close to GP Colin now.
Yeah, things have quieted down a bit at the
a little wide
midfield here, but
Aerostrike with the fastest lap on the hards.
So
nice
he's doing what he needs to. He should be able to take the lead after the round of pits, but
he probably has the pace to build a gap. While these three are squabbling, he can build a gap and manage those tires a bit. These guys are not really letting each other get away, and they'll probably end up costing themselves a fight for the win, but Arrow's tires won't last too much longer than runs a little wide.
A bit wide, but be interesting to watch. Some tight on the apex there.
DRS range now as well.
Really nothing separating these front runners at the moment.
No, I mean, it's a little bit of give and take every lap. No one seems to be really setting themselves apart.
See if Ryan, I think he's got a good chance to get this move done here. See what GP Colin does. Down the inside. Oh, he had a peak, but
no. If he gets a good run down the main straight, he could probably pull it off into turn one.
Yep. There is enough room through turn one. It's always just a somewhat tricky spot because it's not a heavy braking.
Yeah, and the car is always wanting to fall away from you. It's hard to go down the inside of somebody.
Yeah. He's got a good run, but I think he's just got to stay close here, and sometimes you just got to be patient and wait for that back straight.
Jinnit up in second is still maintaining less than a second gap to Pace Dog.
Both Ryan and
looking,
Jones
looking for pit stops soon, I would think. Again, it would be smart to maybe do an undercut. Go for the pit now and undercut.
Yeah,
I agree. Perhaps T-Money, any of these guys, really. I mean, if Pace Dog goes in, you pretty much have to follow him, don't you? I don't think you can allow him to get out on a fresh set of tires the way he's been driving.
I think
today.
so. Oh, Brian and Jones make contact. Brian spins around, and his day just keeps getting a bit more difficult.
That's unfortunate.
He is well off the pace now. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Pace Dog pits. Again, it stays out.
Pace Dog is in. I think that'll pay off for him.
I think this will secure a lead for Base Dog as long as his pit stop goes well. Let's follow with. I'm going to ride on board with Ginnett and see if T-Money pit as well. Ginnett could come out in third after this if he doesn't put in a really stellar lap right now.
Even fourth. Aerostrike's going to be there. He's just come past the pit straight. Axton in second. Still can't forget about him. He's nice and steady and
running a quiet race.
Making those hards work.
Aerostrike has retaken what should be the
by
lead
quite
of the
a
race.
margin. Yeah. So, you know, if you're Pace Dogs, though, you got to know that you've got the tire advantage. And
exactly. See if
T-Money, I don't
Ginnett's
think lost
down.
too much time through the pits.
Only 4/10 on his best lap, Ginnett, so
GP
probably
Collins
doing enough, but
yeah. Oh, Ryan's off track. I missed what happened, but he was right behind 6. Maybe just got caught in some dirty air. New tires, you know, kind of throw you off, and GP Collins takes that position.
is Ginnett going to pit? I think he has to. He pits. Well, let's see how this shakes out. He runs wide.
What he opts for here. Does he go for another set of mediums? Maybe to try something different?
I don't think so after last week. I'm not too sure that's the best strategy.
He's gone on to the hards.
I think he has to at this point.
Axton
Aerostrike
takes the lead of the race. And
Aerostrike does have him. Pace Dog is closing. Very close there. Wow.
Very close.
Pace Dog keeps that position. Just barely. They touch.
A little bit of contact. T-Money. Oh!
Ginnett has rear-ended Pace Dog and nearly lost the car. T-Money suddenly
managed to keep it, but it's tough. Hopefully he didn't pick up damage. I'd like to see these guys keep fighting here.
T-Money could get a good run down this back straight if Ginnett's a little shook still, not quite nailing his apexes and exits.
Yeah, well, his tires, the tires of these other guys got to be a bit more warmed up, right?
Ryan looks like he's closing on GP Colin again as well. Just closing on that. Not quite close enough yet.
T-Money out of DRS range, so
yeah, he's lost it.
He had a good chance, but switch to Ryan here and see if he can make a move. Both cars catching 6, who is still yet to pit.
Maybe going for... He is on the hards, right? Perhaps.
Yeah, he's gone for the reverse strategy.
Probably will need to pit soon for mediums. I would imagine would be the best decision at this point.
Probably take him to... Oh, he could take them maybe to lap 17 or so. Ryan takes a peek. Not quite close enough. Both cars, though, now right on the gearbox of 6. Will come under pressure. Ginnett, though, taking half a second off Pace Dogs.
6 has lost that position in GP Colin. They're running wide on the exit. Ryan sends it down as well. 6 just yields the position, it appears. Not looking to get involved with these two battling. He's
running a different race.
Yeah, he could be trying to extend those hards and go for a soft, maybe.
You have Ginnett now, though, back into DRS range.
Yeah. Taking the fight to Pace Dog tonight. Those two have been evenly matched most of the race.
Very tight. So when Axton pits, it appears that he will come out into 5th.
Yeah, I think so.
So, as I say that, he does go into the pits for the new set of mediums. Should be able to put himself into a nice gap. T-Money again, right on the...
Yeah, he's closed right in.
These three just really been on one another, so... It appears Ginnett's got the hards working the best out of them so
exactly
far.
what Aerostrike needs. These three fighting, slowing each other down. While Aero manages his tires and keeps a 4-second lead.
Yep.
Worked out perfectly for him. You know, he knew he had the pace to get out in front on the softs and secured himself
Oh,
the lead.
he's into the grass through the sign, and
it.
that's gotta be damaged. That is unfortunate.
He's lost the end plate on the right side. Yeah, he's gonna have to pit, I think. That's a
He's got Axton.
Very unfortunate.
Pushing hard and just get caught in that dirty air. We'll see now if Pace Dogs can
stuck it on the inside curb there and just lost the front end, and you know the car slipped out.
It's unfortunate. He pits now. He should come out in 6th.
T-Money now suddenly has a shot at 2nd place.
Yeah, he's right in there.
May have ended up in 4th while those two fought for the podium position ahead. So now he's put himself in a good position for another podium today.
Ginnett stays out, so maybe deciding that.
He can probably hang. I don't know. Axton's got some pace. He could hang on to 4th if he can get around and not be too far off his deltas.
Yep.
Sainz moves out of the way.
Well done by him. See how he is. He's only a couple tenths off.
Taking a look at
the first sector.
These two going at it for a few laps now.
Oh, Brian is off track.
Brian has lost the car. He didn't take any damage though. He got it back fairly well. GP Colin, there was no contact there. Just Ryan, I think, got on the slippery side of the track and just couldn't keep the car going.
6 into the pits. Should be able to come back out in 10th.
Is he on the softs? No, he's chosen the mediums. Keeping them
he's
fresh
gone for the mediums.
Yeah, he looks like he's got the gap. He's probably on for another point today, which is good news for 6.
And I think Brian will need to make another stop. He's already 15 laps in on those hards, and still got another 11 here in this race, so
lots of gaps building now. We've got T-Money is the closest to Pace Dog right now, 2-second gap.
Yeah, falling off a bit.
Mosser has a pit stop to 6. He can secure 9th by pitting onto
Ginnett
a medium set.
Has decided to pit. Axton with the fastest lap though. So he's now, I mean, he's a ways behind T-Money. It'll be tough to close that gap, but
T-Money is looking solid for 3rd place right now, and I don't think that Axton can close that gap down. T-Money's pace has been right up there with the front runners. It's more than likely he'll hang on to 3rd unless he does something wrong or collects some penalties.
Yeah.
And,
Ginnett comes out in 7th.
Podium looks
right
like
behind Colin. Yeah, we've still got some racing left to do, so we shall see. I mean, Aero does have 5 more laps on those hards, but his pace at the moment is exactly what he needs. Well, follow Ginnett, I suppose, and
yeah, I've been riding with Ginnett. I'm gonna take a look at tires. Everybody's on the hards or mediums, so we've got Axton fresh mediums, Ginnett on fresh mediums, 6 is on fresh mediums. Robin Hood's on 11 up old mediums. Someone's off. There's a Renault off the track. Jones looks like he's crashed and retired. I missed that.
Jones, yeah, it seems
Yeah.
he's retired.
He's lost the car and retired.
Robin Hood now coming out of the pits.
Bennett very close to Colin. Taking a look. Oh, he moves to the outside. Will this be job done? It looks like he got by net. He secures the overtake.
I think so.
It's just what he needed after the unfortunate crash into the barrier, cost him a wing and another pit stop he didn't plan for.
Yep. He's got some work to do if he wants to catch up to Prowler.
And Moss around 60 with lap old car. It's probably the only one left that needs to pit.
I would think so as well.
Aerostrike on 11 lap old tires. You know, he's only got a 4-second gap here. Pace Dog, his tires are 5 laps fresher. And T-Money is hanging on to Pace Dog. We could end up having a scrap for first here. Pace Dog is closing.
Yep.
Colin
He's just got to
away
keep
from
consistent, right? Like his time will be in the last 5 or so laps of this race.
Yeah, I mean 5 laps from now, you've got 16 lap old tires, 3 laps left, and Pace Dog's, you know, he's in a position to fight for this. The Aerostrike is not building the gap that he used to. I think that gap will fall away over the next few laps, and this could get very interesting. Robin Hood very close to Zoinks right now as well.
Guinness is taking a lot of time.
Onto the hard tire for the last 8 laps. Not sure. Obviously, didn't study the strategy guide tonight. Not making the best decisions with tire choices, but that's why he's 12th, I assume. Hit me
Guinness
up,
with the
I'll give you
fastest lap.
some tips.
He is taking a lot of time out of Prowler. I think towards the end of this race here, we might see him actually make that move.
He could close that down. They are fresh mediums, and Bennett does have some very good pace. Got his wing repaired. Prowler was sitting pretty in a very lonely race. Could be under pressure suddenly.
And slowly, Pace Dog has taken a couple tenths out of Aero, so
he's closing at the pace I think he needs to get within striking distance. And T-Money is not letting Pace Dog get away. If Pace Dog catches Aerostrike with a few laps to go, he'll slow, and T-Money will be right in there. There could be a three-way fight.
Yep. You just gotta be steady. So. And it stands right now.
Oh, T-Money's lost the car.
Oh, we have a Haas off. Is that T-Money? Yeah, it is.
Lost the car. Oh,
Axton now coming through the final corner.
Surely.
He will be pressuring him for
T-Money doesn't appear to have
this race.
It looks like his car.
It doesn't look like it. So hopefully he's not too rattled by that, and he can
his tires will be
find his pace quickly, because Axton now can sniff the podium, and he's on the medium tire.
Axton in a very good position. T-Money, his streak of podiums under threat now from his teammate after losing the car when he appeared to be poised for a final few laps scrap for first place. Unfortunately, and that's part of league racing. You can't lose your car and put yourself in positions like this, and it's easy to do. You know, there's no sometimes.
Well, especially lap 21, you've gone around the track, you kind of get into a groove, and you got to be on it all the time.
You know, if you look at the gap he was maintaining for those laps there, he's probably feeling pressure, knowing like I need to keep this gap where it is to make sure I can fight for a win. You know, I've got 2 podiums. Suddenly, I can get a win here. This is, you know, you push a little extra, but you know, it's just as important to not overdo it. If you can't quite make the pace, it's always best to just settle and take the points that are available. And,
Well, with that being said, he is still in the same position, so
yeah,
not all lost. But Axton, he's right there, and
IM6 is closing
Pace
on Mosser
Dogs
as well.
still. Mosser actually just overtook sixth
Oh, did he?
on
Oh,
the
yeah,
fresh mediums. Yeah,
just
yeah,
had
he
to
pit.
forgot he had to pit still.
So, I mean, six looks rather comfortable for that final points position. I mean, really, right now it's Axton and T Money, the Haas boys fighting it out.
In a great position.
Unfortunately, we couldn't reach Gunter Steiner. He's busy at the moment, but
No,
he's
my
gonna be
Netflix will
he's
get the
gonna have
sound bites.
DRS. Yeah, yeah.
Axton is very close to his teammate now. Oh, and he nearly
Oh,
loses it. Good save. Unfortunately, won't get a chance to attack his teammate here, though, after that little back end stepped out on him just enough to pull him away from his
yeah.
teammate.
Ginnett has closed that gap to 5 seconds on Prowler now, so he needs to take about a second a lap out of him, which I think he's been around that pace, so can't underestimate the importance of even just a couple extra points.
Especially early in the season, you want to be scoring maximum points early in
Yeah,
the season. They always help you out near the end when some certain tracks are just not that great at. If you're capable of running in third and fourth at a circuit, you want to make sure you're hanging on to those positions.
ooh, right up on the gearbox there. T-Money is definitely got to be feeling the pressure here, so
Yeah, and
he is our championship leader, so I mean he's shown he's capable.
just no victories yet, but scoring high numbers of points every race so far, and puts himself in a position
Yep.
like that. Aerostrike should be the championship leader after today, though. But
This
Pace Dog
gap
suddenly
is
down.
down to 3, yeah.
Yeah, suddenly 3
So
seconds
we've got
behind.
a few battles emerging. Ginnett now only 2.5 seconds behind Prowler, so he
Yeah,
is
very
he's on a
close.
mission right now. This is going to be very close going into the hairpin. He takes a peek.
Not quite there.
Still got a few laps to get this done, so right on him
Gets a
here. This
better
is
exit.
going to be
This is his best shot. He's got to go for it here. Got to finish the
takes
job.
the inside. Yeah, he's got that done as long as he can keep it steady through here.
Hopefully no late moves from T-Money. Keeps her nice and steady. And that looks like job done for Axton. Just onto the podium.
Axton,
Great
well
drive.
done. He has moved up 4 positions. So started 7th, started on those hard tires, went for the reverse strategy, and a mistake from T Money helped him out, but he was right there when it mattered. And now we've got
It's still a 3-4 from the Haas team as well. That's great for the constructors.
Yep. Ginnett now pressuring Prowler. You can see him right in front there.
T-Money's still hanging on to Axton. He's just slipping away from that DRS range. Ginnett closes into DRS range on Prowler, who's been running a very lonely race. He's probably quite excited to have some action. I don't think he'll get much of it, though, as Ginnett's pace has been lightning fast since he pit for that win. He's near him.
I think he's got this move done. He'll get him before the DRS zone.
Yeah, just
Not
stays behind
quite.
to get that DRS, and then he's got the job done. Nice.
It should be rather straightforward.
If you're Prowler, You're not gonna fight. Oh, he does fight back.
Oh,
Oh no.
made some contact there.
Not too sure if getting it turned in too far or Prowler was a bit too
I think
ambitious.
Prowler just missed his braking zone and probably should have ceded that position, but T Money must have made another mistake. He's now 9 seconds behind Axton.
Oh yeah, I missed that.
I did as well, watching
Now, 2.5
Dimmitt there,
seconds.
so
2.2 seconds down to Aerostrike. He's suddenly within striking distance. Prowler still hanging on to Ginnett, not wanting to give up that place. Slowly starting to drop back. Now looks like Ginnett's got it. He's away now. Let's ride with pace though. See if we can close this gap down to scrap for the lead.
I think this will be the most exciting battle to watch for the last few laps here.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at the tires here. 12 laps old for Pace Dog, 17 for Aerostrike. This is... We know Aerostrike's got the pace, but his tires aren't performing the way they need to anymore. And Pace Dog has 3 laps to take this victory. His debut in the PlayStation, North American PlayStation League Tier 2 division. This is his first race here, and suddenly he's just like Aerostrike did last week, announcing his arrival with a victory. Suddenly, Pace Dog's in a position to do the exact same thing.
You'd think he's got to get into DRS maybe within the next lap or so. You want to give yourself a couple of opportunities, right?
Yeah, I'm not too sure he needs to push heavily at the moment. It looks like he's running, his battery is not quite charged enough for him to make an overtake at this point.
No, and Aerostrike's got his at a solid amount here, so
64% for those, 30 for Pace Dog, so he's probably going to have to harvest for the next lap and then maybe go full out for the final. He's very close now though. Should be within DRS range by the end of lap 27, I would think.
the gap seems to be about the same as it was at the end or at the start of the lap they just finished. So
Runs a little wide, Pace Dog there. Don't want to do that too many times when you're fighting for a victory this close.
2 laps to go here, so Pace Dog wants his win.
Aero looks like he's made a mistake there. Car looked a little sideways.
Lost about a tenth, it seems.
Looks like he lost a couple tenths, yeah. That's not what he needs to be doing at this point. It's obviously 19 laps on those tires. He's starting to fall off the cliff, I would imagine. And Pace Dog's in striking distance.
A good second sector here, and he can really
This is where Pace Dog
put
will
the
make
pressure on getting into DRS range, right?
Those fresher tires, look how he's closed through that sector. Wow.
Easy on the throttle there. Hit that apex a bit wide, but
nothing too bad.
Yeah. Aerostrike, really well done for that sector to
recovers after the little mistake into turn 1. And that's another lap. Pace Dog's going to have to wait. Pace Dog's battery not really charging the way he needs it to either. Aerostrike using his up, but their batteries are about even. Pace Dog's lost a couple tenths down the straight here.
Yeah.
Well, not sure if he's going to get close enough.
He's going to need a really strong first 2 sectors of this lap. I mean, the best opportunity he's going to have is down the back straight, so got to keep it together, and it seems that Aerostrike may have this in the bag.
I think Aerostrike does have this in the bag. It looks like he may have saved a bit of tire life so he could secure this victory towards the end. We've got, it's the last lap, and Stock doesn't appear to have the pace to close in on Aero. We thought it would be, surely at last few laps he'd be scrapping for the win, but perhaps his tires have fallen off as well, and Aerostrike's pace is just edging it out a bit.
Kudos to Aero. He, you know, he pit early and
he made it work.
Followed through with the strategy. And
K-Stock runs onto the marbles. That's not going to help. That's done. Aerostrike's the winner. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes.
A couple corners.
Yeah, I mean, could run wide.
Don't wanna.
Yeah. Could run wide. That exceeding track.
Don't want to jinx anyone here.
Exit.
A lot of angry emails.
Nice and steady. There it is. Checkered
Well
flag.
done.
Aerostrike wins second race in a row. K-Stock finishes second in his debut. Almost on for victory.
Somewhere in all of this, Team Money has dropped to 7th.
There's Axton coming home for a podium. Getting it up to 4th. Great recovery from him after losing the car.
Yeah.
Easily could have been a position he ended up in anyway, as he was battling for second, third, fourth before he made it.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be a bit disappointed, but good result.
It's still a solid result, yeah. He's capable of fighting. He needs to just make sure you're bringing home points every race. You can win a few. GP Colin comes home in 6th.
Someone is
Prowler
6 is missing his tire in the middle of the track.
6 has lost the car.
He's finished the race, but perhaps
the celebratory.
Team Money fastest lap. He must have pit onto the softs. He did, yeah. Missed all that, and front runners there. So
we've got Aerostrike first, K-Stock second, Axton in third, Ginnett in fourth, the recovery, Prowler in fifth, GP Collins sixth, Team Money down to 7th, got the fastest lap though, extra point for that. Ryan in 8th, and I've lost the rest of the...
I believe it was Mosser in 6th, rounding out the top 10.
Alright, so some more points for the Ferrari boys. Solid debut. Solid start to the season.
Are we going to do podium interviews? Try and get those guys in here?
So, we'll just need a minute to get that set up. But I'll set that up if you want to fill dead
air. I meant to research some facts about China. Forgot to do that.
There's a big wall.
There's a giant wall, a Great Wall, some have said.
Some do call it the Great Wall. Great racing.
Get those drivers in here. Yeah, another fantastic race. Well done to Axton. I mean, 2 wins or Aerostrike rather, 2 wins in a row for him. Axton, well done, from 7th up to 3rd. Prowler from 10th up to 5th. So those are the big winners here today. Driver of the day? I don't know. It's a tough one, I think. For
Prowler had a good drive.
My opinion, I think. Yeah, Prowler had a good one in Axton, but I think Aero, he did a really good job of managing that. And his pace. Now we wait for our
Who else did we have on the podium? I've got Axton. Arrow obviously won the race. I feel like it's someone not on my friend list here. Pace Dog, yeah, he's not on my friends list. That's why I'm struggling to remember who it was. Is that the right Pace Dogs? Pace Dog 17? Yeah. Not sure any of them have joined us yet. I have sent the invites. If they don't show up, then we can do like...
Oh,
Pace
Dogs has joined us.
We'll
We'll wait a moment just to see if the other two join in here. But since we've got you here, congrats. That was a really good race from you. And
Thank you.
strong showing in the debut.
Yeah, I got close to him at the end, but I think he had battery saved up. He pulled
Yeah.
off at that I was close, 2 laps left, and the last 2 he pulled away. I think it was 2.1 at the end.
Yeah, we were thinking he may have saved a bit of tire life, you know, to make sure that you couldn't quite get within striking distance, because the pace you were closing, we thought for sure you were going to fight for the win, and then suddenly he just put in a few stellar laps and maintained that gap. It was pretty impressive, but it's a great debut for you. I mean, up in second place and pushing for the win there. I mean, that's a really solid victory. Or very solid race. You got to be happy with that.
Oh, yep, for sure. Thank you.
For sure. And we've got, I do believe Arrow has joined the party. Axon has joined the party. Arrow is not.
Last qualifying run, which kind of puts you on the reverse strategy for the race. Yeah, it's tough too, because the front runners, they just kind of pull away and then you get stuck in your own battles, right? So, but regardless, it was a good recovery and a very solid finish for you.
Yeah. It was a great drive from you, pulling off third place there. Looked like you were in no man's land for a little bit, and then suddenly a podium falls in your lap. And,
Yeah, good
I
turnout
think it could have.
today.
it
I
was.
think it could have been a little bit crazier, but but Ginnett behind me and T Money kind of got into each other a couple times, and I think I would have been a lot more pressured
Yeah.
to
for sure.
Yeah.
get up to Arrow, but that
Ginnett.
something happened back there. I got lucky and got Ginnett on the pit. After I pit, I got the pass, but they got a little racing going on back behind us.
Yeah,
Ginnett
Ginnett
lost
caught
the
the
car.
inside curb and then damaged his wing and then had to pit. But we were kind of bummed out in the commentary booth. We were looking forward to that. The 4 of you were.
It was a nice relief.
Yeah.
Imagine. We got Aerostrikes joined us as well. It's the back-to-back race winner there. It's 2 weeks in a row with the race win.
Yeah, this one was a little bit dicey.
Yeah, it was close there. You almost lost it at the end, but you just seemed to find the pace that you needed to maintain that gap and keep him out of DRS range. It was a pretty impressive drive.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know, like, my tires felt fine, and then I, like, lap 25 or 26, just in sector 2, it just, like, they just died right there.
Yeah, we noticed.
I lost, like,
Yeah.
2 seconds.
We could see that. It seemed like you just kind of hit that cliff, and then really allowed Pace Dog to kind of get right back on you. But
Yeah, it's through
no,
the
you
second
managed it
sector,
well, and
he really closed that gap down towards the end, and we thought, oh, surely he's going to have a chance down the main straight, and you just did a great job getting through the final few corners and kept yourself in first.
Yeah, I think overall it would have been, well, closer race altogether if I didn't accidentally put softer tires. So I was stuck on sauce for qualifying. Because I was gonna go mediums,
Yeah.
and
Well,
then that
it worked.
probably would have put us all on the same tire strategy.
yeah, it worked for you 2 weeks in a row now, though, because you did the same in Bahrain. Managed to win that one, and then here today, yeah, your qualifying lap too. Something else. I think you were over a second clear of second place. Obviously different compounds, but
Yeah,
that was
the pace difference between the tires are over a second.
yeah. So it was
It was very.
it was a statement. It was you know,
We
kind of
were
let
thinking-
everyone know that last week wasn't a fluke, and that you're definitely going to challenge for the title here. So
I wouldn't call it a statement. It's just the tire mostly. I would.
humble
I'm not.
too.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good
I
blast.
wouldn't say. Yeah. Very. A little bit scrappy, but.
It's a typical race winner, right? Not happy with his performance still, even though
Well, my
pole position,
my
race victory.
my last.
Yeah, he's really humble.
Fighting spirit. Fighting
my
spirit.
last qualifying was faster, but the tires were a lot more worn, so I had to bail on that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Well.
Yeah.
Getting a little trash talk in before the interview's finished. All right. Yeah, I think we're
Well,
gonna have to wrap
Darryl,
it up.
I
do
say bring
think-
it.
Yeah, I do think, Arrow, you are now leading the championship. So, congrats! Another great race, and it was very entertaining. So, thanks, guys. We will be back next week, and yeah, thanks for letting us chat with you. And
Yeah. Next week at Azerbaijan.
Baku.
yes, in Baku,
Thanks.
There'll be a lot of slipstream, a lot of DRS passes.
a
Hopefully no
lot of
crashes.
broken wings.
Yeah, a
Stuff.
lot of
One
lot
red
of-
flag.
A lot of arrow behind me.
We'll
There
see.
we go.
All right.
Yeah, thank you all.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Take care.
Adios.
All right. Well, that's us signing off. Broadcast is over. The interviews are done. Nobody dropped any F-bombs. I think we're solid. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you.